Hey, this is Justine from The Typical Mom again, and I'm making one of my easy treats. We're going to be making cherry brownies today, and there are only 3 ingredients. Easy desserts is kind of what I love. It's easy to bake with the kids, and if somebody comes over really quick that you're not actually expecting, it's a great way to kind of whip up something so you have a little treat to enjoy. So we're going to start with traditional brownie mix. I like to find a type that has a little bit of chocolate chips in it, or it's a really deep chocolate flavor. This is a dark chocolate brownie mix. I kind of just see which one of those is available at the store and then usually choose the one that's on sale. So we're gonna open this, just dump it in the bowl. And you're not going to use the recipe on the back of the brownie mix. You're going to use this recipe. So we have our brownie mix, and then we're going to add 2 eggs. Okay, so now the cherry part. So what I use is a can of cherry filling. Super easy. This is the last ingredient that we're going to use. You really could use any flavor, of course, but I think cherry brownies kind of go together well, cherries and chocolate. So we're going to add the entire can, it's about 20 ounces, into our bowl. And we're just going to stir it together. I like to really be careful when I'm doing this so that the cherries don't get really mashed. So you're just gently folding in until it's well combined and there's no powder from the brownie mix showing. And then you've got your cherry brownie batter. That's seriously how easy it is. I've actually made this one when my husband forgot to tell me that company was coming over for dessert. And I whipped these up, and everyone, kids, adults, everyone who came over thought it was fantastic, wanted the recipe, and they couldn't believe just how easy it was to make. Okay, so you can make these into an 8x8 pan if you want them nice and thick. You can make them into a longer pan, but I personally like making them into my mini muffin tin. You could actually use a regular muffin tin, they'd be a lot bigger, but these are kind of fun to make some bite-sized desserts. And this is just always the way that I've done it. So preheat your oven to 350, and it's only going to take about 15 minutes for these to get done if you're using the mini muffin tin. If you're using a traditional muffin tin, about 20 minutes. It's really until the edges and the outside of the brownie and either tin you use is getting a little bit firm and the center is still soft and it looks almost like it's not done, but you're going to take it out and you're going to allow it to cool off in your pan and it'll continue to cook a little bit. So I'm going to spray this with my nonstick spray, and you really want to be pretty generous with this if you want them to really slide out easily. Okay, so we're just going to use a spoon. We're going to fill it 3/4 of the way full. Now, since these are brownies and not cupcakes, they're not really going to rise that much. So you can really fill them quite a bit, as opposed to if you were making cake batter, those are going to rise and you don't want them spilling over. But since these cherry brownies are not made with cake mix, and brownies tend to not really rise too much, you can fill them almost to the top. Ready to pop them in the oven, and I'll show you what they look like after they're done. We're going to pop them in for about 15 minutes at 350 degrees. Okay, they're ready. Our cherry brownies, perfect. Just slide them out with a little spoon. You can top them with vanilla frosting if you want to make them really pretty. And they're a little bite of heaven. Look at it.